like I said to a question earlier, is
that is the voice of Caleb Williams, who did play Saturday night. So hopefully, if you skipped it because you decided, hey, honey, there's football on, but, the real football will be in a couple of weeks, no problem, I don't need to see it. And then you went out, maybe the establishment that you went to had the game on, and you're like, damn, I didn't set up the DVR. Hopefully you set up the DVR. Anyway, do you want to see them again, the Bears starters? They were lackluster in that loss to the Bengals. Caleb Williams, 2 for 5, 28 yards. The Bears committed 11 penalties overall. With a joint practice against the Titans coming up on Thursday, should Caleb and the offense play in the preseason finale, or is Week 1 health the number one priority?
Obviously, Week 1 health is the number one priority, but I'm going to do some coach speak here, but I think it's real. Ben Johnson has been saying it does depend on how joint practice goes. If you're very crisp, if you're very comfortable with how this team's looking, everything's clicking, then maybe, you go in there and you say, I don't need to see the starters. In my opinion, and this is me, if I was a head coach, and obviously this is because of where I come from, Gabe. I come from a time to where you used to play in 3 preseason games no matter what.
Uncle Clay.
Uncle Clay. That's what my nieces and nephews call me. But like I said, Tom Brady, the guy played 3 preseason games. Drew Brees, 3 preseason games. Matt Stafford, 3 preseason games. You need these reps to hit the ground running. You get the Carolina Panthers, a playoff team. I watched their preseason game. Bryce Young looks good. He looks like he took a step. This isn't a walkover game. You got the Vikings. You got the Eagles. You got these good teams early. There's a difference between practice, your coaches on the field. I know even if you're doing call-it situations to where you're getting the play call in, they're not scripted. There's a difference in being between those lines, your mindset, your mentality, calling the plays, offense, defense. They could use another couple series to get things right, and then from there, let's see how it goes. So for me, there's going to be 17 days from that final joint practice to the first week of the season.
That's crazy.
That's too long to play some real football. I think they should play at least a couple series. Let's go, Dustin.
Boy, the red rear-endness of the head coach after that game, I was shocked.
He was not happy.
I appreciate it. And I think, as this question points out, the 11 penalties is really what upset him, because they were very clean in preseason game number 1. Very, very clean. Was it the second or third play of the game? There was a penalty.
Yeah,
right?
Braxton Jones had the holding.
Right.
And they were also 2 for 14 on third down.
That's
You're not
gross.
going to win any games going 2 for 13 on third down.
Right. And Caleb missing Colston Loveland.
Yeah.
That was on Caleb, right? Clay, right? That was on Caleb, correct?
I don't think that was the correct read. So he's looking at Colston. That's where his eyes take him. And he just realizes Colston's open. Ben said in the post-game press conference, I think he should have went somewhere with the ball. I think after he goes back and watches the tape, he sees how open Colston was. Here, playmaker down the seam. It's a coverage bust. They're in a 3 high. He's on the seam, got good distance away from that center field safety. That's a touchdown. You can't pass that up. He tried to go back shoulder, overthrew it a little bit, but I want him making that throw every time to Colston Loveland.
Right. Now, they got what? 7. Caleb took 7 snaps, right? He took 7 snaps on offense. That's really not a big deal, but you did put him in harm's way. It was pointed out very well on social media. I watched it as well. The left tackles on Saturday night were playing, and Clay, we talked about this before the show started. They were playing against the backups. Some of these guys were third string guys that were starting for the Bengals on Saturday night, and the Bears' 2 left tackles in that game struggled. There's some PFF grades that we potentially could review. They're not pretty. They're not quite F-, but they're not pretty. So health is more important. And during that scrimmage practice on Thursday against the Titans, there'll be a big orange jersey on Caleb. He's in a no-fly, no-touch zone. There's no reason for him. 7 more snaps is not going to help them beat or lose to the Panthers in Carolina. 7 more snaps
I like this.
in Nashville. So I say no to Nashville, but he takes every rep possible in that organized scrimmage on Thursday down in Nashville.
Before you go, Gabe, I got to ask you the question: are they getting a new left tackle before some point before this preseason game and the next in the start of the regular season?
No.
So You're going to have to go with him regardless.
Regardless of, I hear what both of you are saying. I get, what did somebody say? Who said it best? They said if you want to be prepared for a 17-game season, then you got to train your body for a 17-game season. I forgot who it was that said that. Just watching that, and so I get that. I think the difference is that the NFL, the way it's treated, the beginning of the season is just different. And you have to be okay with that and understand that whoever you are in weeks 1, 2, and 3 is not who you'll be in weeks 15, 16, and 17.
But they count the same.
They do. And you're absolutely right. But I think what Ben Johnson would be saying is, like, the Panthers, the Vikings, leading you up to the Eagles, like, those 2 games are going to be the ones where you're really trying to tighten up operation, where you're really trying to get things situated and figured out so that way, come Philadelphia Eagle time on Monday Night Football, you can be, I don't know, in better rhythm and better sync. Do I personally want to see Caleb Williams in the finale? Absolutely. Give me more Caleb Williams. I want to be able to see him as much as possible. You have no idea how excited I was when I saw him, when I saw 1-8 come out for the first series of the game, where I was half paying attention, assuming it was going to be Tyson Bagent. And then I saw Caleb Williams come out, and I said, everybody shut up. Oh, my kids are crying. Shut up. Don't talk to me for the next 12 minutes. I got to watch these 7 plays. But 11 penalties, and as you mentioned, Clay, 2 for 14 on third down. It's like, if you can get your joint practices going, and if, like Ben Johnson said, if you can feel comfortable seeing Caleb operate and execute, then yes. But I do not put it past Ben Johnson that if there's mediocre play in the joint practices, that almost in a disciplinarian kind of way, he's going to be like, you guys got to play the first series of the game. Like, you didn't play well enough in the joint practices, so I need you to play one more so that I can feel good about this whole thing. So should they play? No. But if they don't do well in the joint practices, give me Caleb Williams for 7 more plays.
When you're asking particular questions,
all right, here's the next question. That, of course, was Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson said there was, quote, a bad feeling, end quote, in the Bears locker room after that loss to the Bengals Saturday night, 27-9. It's preseason, but we've now seen enough of this team to start identifying some concerns. If you could fix one thing about the Bears before week 1, what are you choosing?
I think the easy answer is operation, right? 3 illegal procedure penalties within the first 7 plays in the joint practice, just can't do that. And then it carried over to the game. I think if I could fix one thing about the Chicago Bears team, even though I liked how Cam Lewis played at the safety position, I think it would be the safety position. I think it would be if you could wave a magic Mike Vassell wand over, Kobe Bryant's knee, then I would do that. And that's what listen, the meatball mush wants to say that everything's going to be okay. But when I talk to other meatball mushes around the city, like my cousin, my brother, people like that, and they're like, Luther Burden's going to be the greatest wide receiver in the NFL. And I'm like, no. And they're like, the defense is going to be fine. No, you're looking at it through a different lens. You're looking at it through the meatball lens. The real, true lens is showing you exactly what you're going to have to deal with. A bad defense. The Bears, they better hope they can score the most points ever in the NFL because they're going to need to. So if I could fix one thing, which they need to fix a lot more than just one, but if I could fix one, it would be the safety position because they're going to need help over the top. They're not going to be able to stop the run. And if Jalen Johnson and Tyree Stevenson could be healthy, at least their secondary can help them out and keep guys covered for a second more so that way the defensive line can do something. There are still a lot of things to fix on this Bears squad. But if you're out there thinking that the Bears are going to win 11 games or 12 with the injuries that they have, the schedule that they have, you're looking through the meatball lens instead of actuality in real life, what's out there.
Well, I am Captain Meatball, and I wear like a badge of honor. And you said, Gabe, in your answer a second ago that you want to see more Caleb Williams. I think everybody in Chicago wants to see more Caleb Williams. But if you want to see Caleb Williams play all 18 games, right? We're at 18 games now. Then they got to figure out the left tackle. You got to figure that out. You've got to keep him upright. Or Clay, they're going to need 4 tight ends because they're going to need to be in. Is there such a thing as 14 personnel? I mean, can there be a tackle? Can there be a tight end / tackle next to both tackles. You better not need one on the right side after you backed in that Brinks truck for that guy, okay? But you might need that tight end and then another tight end backing up that tight end over on the left side of the. Is that an illegal formation, by the way? How would that exactly
throw a fullback in there too, Dustin?
How would that? Do they have a fullback on the roster? I mean, how exactly would that look? So there are many things, Gabe, that I would like to switch, but if there's only one, because it's all about the offense. This is supposed to be the highest scoring team in the NFL if Ben Johnson gets his way. We're not going to hear the Bears say, this team is built on defense. The backbone of this organization is defense, like the Cubs wanted to pull right around the trade deadline. This team is built on offense. So if you want to keep that offense going, you better figure out that left tackle position. Now, I think Ben can scheme it up. I think Roshar can, get that wand over from that coach over on the White Sox, the magic wand and the pixie dust, and we can sprinkle that on the position. But something has to happen, because what we saw Saturday night, that you can't play left tackle like that and beat the Panthers in Carolina with that kind of left tackle play.
Unfortunately, Dustin, you're wrong, and Gabe, you're wrong too. But Dustin, you're definitely wrong, because you can play left tackle like that and beat the Carolina Panthers, because they did last year. Let's not forget, Braxton Jones and Theo Benedict played the majority of the snaps at left tackle last year. Okay, I'm sorry. Theo Benedict during his starts was 5-2. Braxton Jones during his starts was 3-2. You won games with these guys at left tackle. I'm not saying they're bone-crushing left tackles. I played next to Jason Peters, some Lane Johnson, Ryan Ramczyk. Okay, they're not those guys. But when you got Ben Johnson, offensive mind, who knows how to use the chips, who knows how to move the pocket, who knows how to get the running back up there. Cole Kmet, sorry, bro, you're blocking today. I've been in those meetings and I've been told that. You know what you're doing today, Clay? You're chipping the defensive end. Get used to it. That's your job. Okay, you're not touching the football. Fine, I'm going to do what I have to do. That's why left tackle doesn't matter. Ben Johnson is going to be able to scheme for that. Gabe, I like your Kobe Bryant's important. That's tough. Dylan Thieneman, rookie. I like the Xavier Woods signing. This is a veteran. He's done it. He's played with Al Harris. Xavier Woods.
He looks older than you.
Xavier Woods is going to be fine. He's going to be okay. It's not going to be a great room. I know you're going to miss Kobe Bryant, but the right answer here is cornerback, and I'm talking nickel and I'm talking outside. Tyreek Stevenson right now, he's not day-to-day. He's week-to-week. Is he going to be ready for the opening game? If Tyreek Stevenson, Terrell Smith hasn't been practicing, hasn't been playing either. When's Terrell Smith getting back? Right now, I couldn't even tell you who the cornerbacks are outside of Jalen Johnson.
Malik Muhammad, come on, stop it.
Malik Muhammad's playing slot.
I know, but they're going to have to move him
Who's
over.
the outside cornerback? He is not a slot cornerback. I'm sorry. I think he's going to be great. I love his mentality, his mindset. He's not ready right now. He's got a lot of work to do. He played 95% of his snaps in college were at the outside cornerback. To bring him in and try to put him at slot and say you're starting here during the regular season, here's Amon-Ra St. Brown twice a year. Here's Jaden Reed twice a year.
Luck.
Here's Jordan Jefferson or Justin Jefferson twice a year.
Jordan
Okay.
Addison, I got you.
Justin Jefferson. I said Jordan Jefferson, then I said Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, JJ.
Tough assignment.
Anyways, tough assignment. So if I could fix one thing, it's going to be the cornerback situation. Even if Kyler Gordon comes back at this point, do you want him to come back with no snaps? With just coming back and just maybe he's ready for the first game? I don't know. I think for these guys missing time, it's important for the players, obviously, to get used to the coaching staff and everything and get ready to play. It's also important for the coaches to get used to the players, and they haven't seen this player a lot. I know he played well in the playoffs, but for me, cornerback is tough because you can't scheme a cornerback like you can a left tackle, and a safety isn't going to have that many man-to-man situations. So for a cornerback, Justin Jefferson coming at you, you're in trouble. There ain't nowhere to hide.